Hey everyone, welcome back to Behind the Game. As always, I'm your host, Grace Mott, and I'm so excited to be back. It's been a longer break than expected, but I am joined today by CHC's very own men's lacrosse players, Adam Daly and Preston Page. The Griffins are halfway through their regular season, starting off strong with a 3-1 conference play record. Through the season, Preston has earned himself CACC Rookie of the Week title not once, but twice, and Adam receiving weekly honor roll 2 weeks in a row as well. Their next game will be against Felician University on Saturday, April 4th. Now, Adam, Preston, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
My name's Adam Daly. I'm the senior lacrosse goalie here, and my major is business with a minor in finance.
Hello, everybody. My name's Preston Page. I'm a redshirt freshman here at CHC, and I'm a lefty attackman here.
Okay, so like I said, you guys have received some CAC honor roll this year. What does that mean to you guys?
I mean, it means a lot, but for me, being a goalie, it just shows how well my defense played for me. They're just doing their job so I can do mine at the end of the day. Making other offensive teams not have great shots or possessions, which just at the end of the day it makes my job a lot easier. So my accolades really goes to them.
You know, similar to what Daly said, you know, it's nice to get recognition for like how you've played in the games and all that, but it's a lot of it comes from the offense that you're playing with and the people you're playing with that put you in those possessions to succeed and earn those accolades. So I think it should be more of a team stat than anything and a team accolade than anything.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about that team aspect.
Of course.
You guys as a team have played some tougher teams at the beginning of the season. You guys played Pace, played Seton Hill.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys change your mindset heading into CAC play now that you guys are halfway through the season?
For me, being a goalie, I try not to change my mindset for like any game. Like for me, at the end of the day, a shot is a shot, so I'm gonna see those regardless. But I just try to keep calm and like not try to lose my head, especially playing against like good teams where I'm being bombarded with shots. So just doing that's really just helped me throughout the year.
You know, there are tough opponents, tough challenges, but I think we have to take like what we can learn from those games and implement them into the CACC play. You know, they're tough opponents, like I said, but it really showed where we can be strong in games and we're weak, and I think it overall helped us improve a lot.
Yeah. You guys have a little bit of a shorter season compared to everybody else in the CAC play, so it is good to get that recognition and seeing different teams. Another team being Malloy and Noah. Noah was previously here hosting this podcast, but also on the field with both of you guys. What was that getting to play now against him?
I mean, there was definitely a little motivation there, you know, no hard feelings towards Noah at all. You know, he was a great guy. I had no problems with him, you know. I guess it was actually motivation to want to win that game, you know, be like, you know, you shouldn't have left, you know, we're here, you know. We put up a great fight, you know, at the end of the day. They did end up winning, but we took what we could from it.
Yeah, for me it was a little different. I played 3 years with Noah, so I got to know him really well. He was a good friend of mine. So it was definitely a little weird seeing him in another jersey, but I tried my hardest to not let him score. He did at the end of the day, but we ended up losing in overtime, but we fought really hard. I talked to him after the game, and like obviously no love lost. Like we're still friends at the end of the day, but they were very surprised of how well we played. So I thought with that loss for Malloy that we can really just build off it and finish the season like we played against Malloy.
Yeah, set a new standard against them, and I think that's what we have to carry on with the season.
Yeah, you just build it, keep building, going stronger. One thing I ask all my guests on this podcast is, what is it like to be a student athlete? We're all trying to figure that out. Sometimes your sport can become a job. It can. You have lifts, you have practice, you have to travel. How do you guys find that balance for yourselves?
I mean, it's definitely a hard balance, but I think we have a lot of great people here at the school who help us balance these things, including our advisors and our coaches and teammates and all that. You know, you have to find what works for you. You know, you have to find your gaps in your schedules to go eat. You have to, you know, it's a struggle. It's a struggle process. You got to learn, but kind of just got to do with what you got.
Yeah, and even now it's your senior year too. How do you do that?
Yeah, I would definitely say being a student athlete is definitely not for the weak. You definitely have to work on time management skills, which I think frankly will kind of help when we get in the world after school with working with jobs and stuff. But for me, managing my time, just like Preston said, finding times to eat, even like that isn't difficult.
Yeah.
But just like doing your work when you can, getting sleep when you can is very important as well.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. Before we go, here's a quick update on the rest of the Griffins and their season. Men's baseball is currently 8-6 in the conference. They play today, March 31st at Jefferson at 2 p.m. Men's tennis opens their conference play today, March 31st against Westchester at home. Flag football is 1-7 in the conference. Their next games will be on Thursday, April 2nd against Marywood University and Marymount University. Women's lacrosse is 0-2 in conference. Their next game is Wednesday, April 1st against Holy Family University at home. Women's softball is 0-4 in conference. Their next set of games is a doubleheader against Jefferson University on Wednesday, April 1st. And finally, our track and field team competes this weekend, Saturday, April 4th at the Ursinus College Spring Fest. As always, thank you for joining me on this week's episode. I hope you guys join me next week when I interview women's lacrosse players Kendall Gayton and Nicole George.